Hello, it's Polish Paul VR, welcome to the channel. We are here today to do PlayStation VR2 news. There is a brand new drama when it comes to PlayStation VR2 and Game of the Year nominations in the VR category. People are outraged because they all PSVR2 games. Very dramatic. We're gonna talk about it. Also, we've got some release dates for upcoming games, bit of footage from Arizona Sunshine and Pneumata, and some other bits and bobs, but I cannot wait to talk about the VR Game of the Year drama. Cannot wait. Anyway, let's get started. Let me just bring the patrons not displaying. There you go. You are here. By the way, patrons, new patron video on the Patreon page is ready for you down there. Okay, so, oh yeah, here we still got a screen here from Drunken Bar Fight, which coming out soon. Cannot wait for that one as well for PSVR2. Anyway, maybe it's time to start doing stuff. So, Collosal Cave launches next week on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation VR2. So this is their game release. This is coming from the two people who funded, that's it, that's the word when you're foreign sometimes. You want to say something and you don't, the word just disappeared. It's weird. They funded Sierra Games, on Sierra Online or whatever it was called. So it's very throwback to the nostalgia. It was like a text-based games. They've done it. It's got shit reviews. It's like 5 out of 10 on Metacritic, 50 score. The graphics are not greatest as well, but let me see if I can bring something up. I think I've got some trailer. If you are the nostalgia nerd and you want to, well, go back to nostalgia times, then yeah, Collosal Cave will be for you. I don't even know if I got trailer for it actually. Not here. I try to find you one. I got old one somewhere. Oh yeah. So that's from the flat version. I switched the music off because for some reason they like to copyright strike me anyway. So yeah, you entering this fucking house here, going in it, you are in the cave, and in the cave stuff happens and you have to be like a proper cave person to get shit sorted in the cave. Wow. Like I should write the description on the stores. An owl doing owl shit on the tree. So yeah, that's one way to enter the cave via specially built cave entrance. So yeah, a lot of stuff happening there. The backstory is that it was the first game that one of the founders of the studio played, like a text-based game, back in the days when there was no internet. Wow, when was that? Anyway, so yeah, that's Collosal Cave. Nice. Might give it a go. I don't know. Yeah, so you can name them from Zork, Monkey Island, King Quest, and more. They is winning the development for 2 years to create a game that will challenge every PlayStation user. PS4 and PSVR2 were separately developed, but side by side, each taking advantage and pushing the boundaries of the device. The same game, but vastly different experience. So yeah, coming soon. Well, coming next week, which is very, very soon. Wait, I'm doing here all news. It's coming this week. Wow, sorry. So yeah, it's coming actually tomorrow. Wow, how did I miss that? Anyway, what I want to talk about next, let me think. Oh yeah, so I ventured to the land of Reddit today. And what's happened is this got reposted here on Reddit. It's also on the PSVR2 without parole. Discord down there is doing rounds again. So basically, I spoke about it when PSVR2 first released. I'm trying to not mention PlayAsia now in my channel because people get excited again, and it's gonna happen over and over every time they repost it. That they doing here what? Yeah, separate PSVR2 controllers. That's what I mean to say. And it's not gonna happen. It's delisted, but you cannot buy it. But speaking about PlayAsia, I was thinking, you know what? I'm gonna check out what's going on with the store. I cannot think today straight. Anyway, so they're doing some PSVR2 accessories that releasing next week as well, apparently, in Europe. And I'm just thinking, like, why? So this is the gun attachment for PSVR2. Why? I don't know. Especially that a lot of games got 2, I just don't understand, but anyway, maybe for like Crisis, but no, that got 200 weapons as well. So anyway, so that's the accessory, what you'll be able to buy. I don't know the price yet. No idea why, I just don't know why this gonna exist. But also there's some dangerous stuff, I'm gonna talk to you about it, are very dangerous things. So here, we've got Beat Saber attachment, some of you might like it. Well, you just screw it things on the stick. I suppose you could use it for the Kayak VR, but in Kayak VR you have to actually have controllers in the middle. But anyway, now those attachments, as we had them with PSVR1, we had luxury of being able to buy our shitty Move controllers. With PSVR2 we can't. So what's happening here is, if you whack it or smack it or break it, you are basically screwed big time because you don't have controller. And same, this is just baffles me. So it's nice to play golf with a stick, and they're gonna release those sticks for golf, so some of you might like it. That's what it's gonna look like. But I'm just thinking, like, first of all, you still need to have it to press the buttons, so it's not that intuitive. Let's say if you play only golf game, I think, is it Walkabout Minigolf, the only golf game on PSVR 2? But hit a wall, hit a, I don't know, your coffee table, hit your wife, hit your cat, hit your neighbor, hit your car, hit your, what else you could hit with it? Let's think, I don't know, hit yourself with it, you could hit yourself, and break it, and that's it, you fucked, just saying. So, I don't know what I'm saying, because that's gonna release. But yeah, the PSVR 2 controllers definitely are not coming separate. I spoke about it last year when PSVR 2 first released. Old news, but people getting excited. Don't. Also, don't get excited for Bootstrap Island. I just talked about it in my yesterday's PSVR 2 showcase video. Because there was saying that it's coming to PSVR 2, but it's loads of times away. So, let me tell you. The developers took here, and they're saying, hey, thanks for your interest in Bootstrap Island, the game does look great. The game is set to release on early access on Steam in early 2024. Release date will be revealed in a couple of weeks. We will release to early access to get player feedback while still actively working on the game. While we love PSVR 2 headset, we cannot port the game to PSVR 2 while we're still in early access. This means that the possible PSVR 2 version might still be years away, so looks like they're planning to be early access for many years, unless, you know, wait till they release it on PC and like 5 people buy it, then they're gonna start bringing it to other platforms. Now, it's not a dig on you PC people. Once I say something about PSVR, I always been attacked here. I'm gonna speak about PSVR in a minute anyway. Anyway, carrying on. As we want the game to be as complete as possible for launch, note that Bootstrap Island is one of the very VR games which will not release on MetaQuest. So if you want more VR games not held back by the mobile hardware, someone get it, consider wishlisting us on Steam to show your support. That's why we need PSVR to work, and I'm gonna talk about it in a minute. Anyway, now time for drama happening here. I'm on the mixednews.com, and basically what they're saying is PlayStation VR 2 has already won the Game Awards, and they did. It's an outrage. So they got some nominations, and all the games nominated for VR Game of the Year at the Game Awards are PSVR 2 exclusives. They're not even on other platforms. So you got GT7, you got Horizon, Call of the Mountain, you got Humanity, you got Resident Evil Village VR mode, which probably gonna this gonna win, GT7 or VR mode, and finally we got Synapse. Synapse, I was thinking, gonna become the new super hot VR. This game is awesome, pick it up if you didn't play it. I know it's like roguelike, I know it's not the longest, but man, does it play good. Now, of course, like I said, I'm gonna talk on PC as well. There was some good releases on PC. Vertigo 2 comes in mind, that it's not on list. But I'm gonna tell you, there is a good voice of reason why it might not be there. But also, you know, here to the tweet, the Ghost of Tabor developer said, I guess PSVR 2 was a requirement. he says, yeah, I don't mind not seeing our game featured. If they didn't think we were the best game of the year, it's fine. I respect that. But to be PSVR2 only and be called best VR game of the year, I think they missed the memo. Loads of great VR games come on other platforms. Yes, I spoke about Ghost of Tabor many times, but this is going to the same narrative that other, let's say, influencers put in out there, and all of them, you know, some of your favorite VR YouTubers, they are MetaQuest ambassadors. And I'm not saying fucking some conspiracy theories here, but keep that in mind. Now, so Ghost of Tabor, well, I never played it. Maybe just not as good as other games. Not taking nothing away from the developers. Saying Vertigo 2 does look great. Is it as good as other games? I don't know. Maybe I would put it in the mix. But the voice of reason comes from the strangest place ever. So we are here at Petrifying Pumpkins. He's my fellow VR YouTube person. I don't like call myself influencer or anything. Don't never call me like that. Anyway, so what he says here, seeing backlash over all the Game of the Year VR nominees being PSVR2 titles and accusation of Sony paying for those noms, despite being selected by 120 media outlets worldwide, because that was the media outlets doing it. If you want to know the real reason Vertigo 2 didn't make that list, look, it's Metacritic 2 reviews. And that's right, look at Breachers, great game, really great game. Where's the reviews? What is it? Oh yeah, only 4 people review it, only 4 publications, and not that well-known one. And same goes to Vertigo 2. So, they don't know those games exist, and that is true. If nominations were bought, I think Microsoft would have shelled out for Starfield. Yeah, so that's a good take on it, because like I said, I'm gonna talk about PSVR now. Every time I talk about PSVR, I mean the PSVR folks coming here to the channel telling me that it's the best. I've got PC, I've got Quest here. It can pull the best virtual reality graphics, and you know, it's got some of the best games. It's got Half-Life Alyx, you know, the Saints and Sinners will look great best on PC if you crank up all the settings. So there is a lot to have here. They've got Hellsplit Arena, they've got Blade and Sorcery, the best version. They got a lot of good stuff. It is. I'm not taking that away. VR chat, many people playing it, not my cup of tea. I think it would be the best platform to play VR games, and also the modding community. You can play the games like, well, you can play GT, Grand Theft Auto yet, but you've got other games like, you can play Horizon, the first one, some others, I don't know, I can't think off the top of my head. A lot of games got VR mods. Dead Island, I think, I don't know. So yeah, the racing games on PC, Assetto Corsa, Formula 1 games, now WRC, there is a lot. Microsoft Flight Simulator, they got awesome games. But there is not, I'm not saying there is not a lot of PC players, there is not enough buzz about those games. I don't know if because Sony promotes their products better, maybe there is just not as many PC VR users as it used to be. A lot of Quest users, but we don't know how the attachment rate is on that one. So I agree, I don't think the media outlets know that games like Breachers, the games like Vertigo 2, which probably should be on that list, they probably just don't know they even are in the existence, so keep that in mind. So ending the drama here, my 2 words on it is, like the developer of the Bootstrap Island said here, where is it? If you want more VR games not to be held back by mobile hardware, consider wishlisting us on Steam to show your support, and that's something what I gonna do. And that's the problem with PSVR. It's just not getting popular enough, maybe? I don't know how to say it. Like, it's great, it's gonna be great experience, and if you got like, you know, top tier headset as well, it just somehow not gets put in the same category as PSVR 2 and Quest. Is it because Quest is mobile and PSVR 2 is console? I don't know. The Half-Life Alyx was featured heavily, but Vertigo 2 kind of, you know, great game. All the VR racing games, it's, you know, there is some people, those video about them, getting good views, but they're not out there. They're not out there in, let's say, casuals' minds. It's not there, so it's very like a hardcore player base. Maybe I said it about Hitman as well. When Hitman hit PSVR, great game when it comes to virtual tourism as well. I think is awesome. The Hitman 2, your PSVR influencers. How many criticisms it was that the mechanics, like when you throw in, you just pressing the button and stuff. It is flat game ported, but it's still fucking awesome in VR. But I think the PC VR Elite, let's say, killed it. And I think that's why we're not seeing PSVR 2 port. I don't know, I might be wrong, but that's what I think. Anyway, so yeah, that's my rant over here, but I would like to see more variety. I don't think Ghost of Tabor, maybe, I don't know, is this game finished yet or not? I don't know. But I would say to the developer, your game is coming to PSVR 2. Calm down. It might be that once it's full release, it might be there next year. Who knows? I'm hearing good things about Ghost of Tabor. Great success on Meta, apparently. Now, speaking about good games, perp games here on Twitter, I'm gonna move on now because I'm getting angry. I was in the terrible mood all day long. People at work, they hate me today. I was the biggest dickhead ever because I worked with fools. Anyway, so I had to put some things in place that upset everyone, but I don't care. Anyway, moving on. We are here on Perp Games, and they showed some footage from Pneumata. Only 10 seconds, but they showed how good this game is and of how good it looks. And of course, this is coming to PSVR 2. And yeah, they're going for those real-life like graphics, very photorealistic. Is that Unreal Engine 5? This runs, I can't remember, but it does look great, I must agree. Just a bit of footage, but I like how it looks like. And another bit of footage what we got is from Vertigo 2, which should be on VR Game of the Year, I agree. This is just from the sea. This bit reminds me of that bit in the Uncharted. Yeah, that looks fun. Chasing a boat and exploding it. Okay, so now moving on to the another stories. Let me pause the music here. We've got some trailers to look at. First, let's look at Walkabout Minigolf getting new DLC on 7th of December. So let's have a look at making of it. Called Meow. Yeah, I found it. Okay, let's play it.
During sort of a session when we were trying to figure who would we like to collaborate with, Meow Wolf came up as, now these are people who are really pushing the envelope as far as what a shared group experience could be. They're really testing what a theme park can be and what a game can be and what narrative can be in an artistic way.
Never heard of this Meow. Never. So that looks cool. Meow Wolf. Let's have a look.
Meow Wolf has been a blast to work on and also to work with Katie and the rest of the team at Meow Wolf. It's really pushing us to a place I don't think that we ever could have gotten to ourselves and just how surreal we could be.
It is a real living space with an unbelievable amount of sensory input. And VR isn't all-consuming sensory input, but you are inside of it in a way that nothing else currently does besides literally going to the place.
I think that one of the cool things about collaborating with Walkabout is that it has this extra level of interactivity to it. And so that hopefully as you're playing through the level, instead of just playing mini golf, it's going to feel like more of a conversation with the ecosystem.
The amazing thing about working with the Walkabout team, it's essentially the same as working with Meow Wolf teams.
One of the other great things about working with Katie has been that she is also an artist. She's right there alongside us, helping guide things and helping point us in the right direction.
It's a very unique opportunity to not necessarily drive design, but to respond to their interest in how we interpret Meow Wolf as a miniature golf course. And luckily, they've been incredibly willing to play with us.
As artists, we get to do things that continue to iterate on this idea without the limitations of physical space.
Meow Wolf is definitely unique because we have started to realize that essentially what we are creating are virtual theme parks. Labyrinth and Myst were great examples of sort of like almost theme parks, almost like a love letter to those games that maybe didn't exist. And the fact that Meow Wolf does exist in the real world is sort of bringing things full circle. And when you step into the Walkabout version of Pneumata, it really does feel like this sense of wonder and this sense of you've crossed into something that you weren't expecting and you have no idea what's going to be around that next corner.
And there you have it. Coming on 7th of December, looking very nice, I must say. So never heard of this Meow Wolf thing. Whatever it is, it's very, very cool. Okay, now, we've got trailer for Suicide Guy VR. It's coming soon to PSVR2. So, let's check it out. There you have it. Same trailer what we saw many times. Quack quack.
Emergency energy system activated.
Pew, pew, pew. That's your Suicide Guy VR Deluxe, coming soon to PlayStation VR 2. We played it on PlayStation VR 1, now we're gonna play the deluxe version of PSVR 2. So yeah, that's your news for today. Shout out to all the patrons. There is a brand new video on the Patreon page for those of you who stayed so long and watches to the end. Go check it out if you are a patron, and if you're not a patron, you can go to patreon.com/PolishPolVR. The link is in the description. You can scroll down there at the bottom and you can be on you can have some behind the scene updates. But from me, for now, that's it. Bye 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 bye.